Hey, we're live here on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. This is my new combat sports channel, and we're going to call it the Shogun Hua Fight Team channel because um, as of recently, I am now a representative. I'm proud to announce because I have been supporting and representing the Shoot the Box camps and fight team for many, many years. And part of the reason why I was supporting the Shoot the Box was because of Pele Landi and Murilo and Shogun Hua. Shogun! And Murilo, my buddy, shout out to Murilo Hua out there and his management team. You know who you are. Shout out to you guys for connecting me with Ninja. And you guys could see the interview I did with Ninja. I'll post it on this channel as well, but I have it on my other channel. It's in the playlist here on this channel, on my MMA Shaman podcast channel right here. I have it in the playlist on the MMA Shaman podcast, but I did it on my Exploring the COD channel because I have like 9,000 subscribers over there, so I have a bigger crowd over there. So I did the live broadcast there, but I will post the Murillo Ninja Hua interview on this channel, and I also will post the Cyborg Santos interview that I did recently on this channel. And shout out to my brothers Luis the Joker Azeredo and Jason Costa for helping translate with Cyborg and with Ninja. I really appreciate that, guys. You guys are legends yourself. I've also done interviews with those guys as well. They are part of the Shoot the Box family, and both of them also run their own schools and are coaches and change people's lives every day with martial arts and knowledge. So shout out to those guys and shout out to all the inspiration that they've done through me. I'm now 46 years old and I've been in martial arts most of my life in some form or another, whether it was from karate when I was a kid to then wrestling in school, and then to Muay Thai and kickboxing as a teenager, eventually doing the pro Muay Thai. But I never competed pro MMA, but I've been around MMA the whole time, and I was highly influenced by Vale Tudo. I trained a lot with Vale Tudo, and one of my biggest influences was the Shoot the Box team, especially when they first came out with Pele Landi and Macaco fighting, and Rafael Cordero and Pele fighting, and Vanderlei Silva fighting in the IVC in Brazil. That really influenced me. And then, I started to see all the other guys like Oswario Silva and Ninja Hua, Rafael Cordero. Shout out to Hudamar Federico for starting the Shoot the Box team. And I mean, they had so many killers in that gym at that time. I don't think people, they tend to forget, you know, not only did they have some lighter weight killers like Luis Azeredo and Gene Silva and Jason Costa, right? Cristiano Marcello, uh, uh, freaking Nino Shembri. I mean, all these guys that they had, right? But then they had all these other dudes like that were just world champions. Like Anderson Silva comes from here, Vanderlei Silva, Jose Pele Landi, Oswario Silva, Ninja Hua, Shogun Hua, Evangelista Cyborg Santos. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many that I'm forgetting, but the list just goes on and on. Um, Damn, I can't think of a couple of people that I wanted to bring up, but there's just so many people that came from that camp, and they all influenced my life as a kid I went through a lot of problems as a kid. I was in a group homes for a while, and it helped me get off of the streets and inspired me to fight for my life and for what I want out of life and for what I want as a man. And once you start training, you get humbled very quick if you stick with it. And it teaches you a lot about life and about being a man and about how to treat people. And it's really incredible. This is why I love MMA. This is why I love combat sports and martial arts, is because it's when you have a lot of training and stuff like that, but when you get in there and compete, it's just you and mono, or it's like it's all up to you now, right? And it's as raw as it gets. And the camaraderie that you build while training with people, the blood, sweat, and tears that you go through. I mean, you can't put a price tag on that. Shout out to everybody out there. Hey, shout out to in the chat room. So I'm proud to announce that I will be representing the Murilo Ninja Hua and Shogun Hua fight team here in the United States. So any promoters out there, any organizations out there, any camps out there, anyone that would like to be affiliated with the Shogun team at all, or would like some of our talent to come and compete in your organizations or your promotions, we really want to start bringing some of our Shogun fight team and the Murilo Hua fight team to the States and to different places outside of Brazil. So Murilo Ninja also asked me to tell you guys that any promotions out there that wants to have one of his fighters fight in the card, that he'll gladly come appear at the promotion and come along with him, which is pretty cool. If you're like a local promotion here in the United States, a regional promotion, and you have one of the Brazilian guys come fight from the Shogun team, and Murilo Ninja Hua comes to hang out in the crowd and be like a VIP guest for the event, he said that he'll attend any shows that he can attend where his fighters are, which he could pretty much attend because he's coaching full time now. So you know, it's sometimes it's hard too when you're a fighter and that's all you know, and then you retire. You have to have that same passion that you had for fighting in other interests in life. Otherwise, it'll eat you up, because there's a lot of passion and energy that goes along into competing and into martial arts. And when that's taken from you and you have to retire, you have to find other interests that you have just as much passion and energy you could put into in a different way. And if you don't start to explore things like that, it can be your downfall, right? And not to mention all the damage your body and your brain goes through. So you have to use your brain to find other interests after fighting. And one of the things that Murilo has found is working with other fighters, sharing some of the knowledge that he has fight, and, you know, being able to come and now bring that to the next generation. And I think it would be awesome to have Ninja appear at a lot of these regional shows in the United States. It'd be really cool if he came. So any promoters out there who would like both Ninja to appear at your event and one of the Shogun team fighters to come fight at the event, you can contact me. My email is moontribe712@hotmail.com. I'll post it in the description after the video here, and it's also in the description here on my channel. Like I said, I have other channels here on YouTube. This is a new channel. I have another channel that has like over 9,000 subscribers, which is starting to get there. I'm going to do a giveaway because we just came to 9K. I'm going to also do a giveaway, a special giveaway at 10K, because I make custom copper and silver twisted metal around gemstones, precious metals around gemstones, and I have all sorts of gemstones and crystals and metal working that I do. You could check that out at the Mystical Spiral store if you guys are interested in that. And I also talk all over the world actually about the advanced knowledge that's been lost throughout history, that's actually being talked about within mythology and the ancient writings of the ancient Indian Vedas, the Holy Bible, a lot of the ancient scriptures contain some lost secrets of nature and the universe. And I actually talk about this and write books about this. This is the passion that I found after I had to retire at 30 years old from fighting. Because I started to compete, and I started late in life with competing, and I went pro in Muay Thai and kickboxing, and I started to get like concussion symptoms just from sparring. I was getting headaches a lot, and it was time to retire. So I had a couple of pro fights, a couple of amateur fights, but I got to go to Thailand. I got to go to Brazil, and now I'm 46 years old. So after fighting, I explored my music. I'm a songwriter. I'm about like a Renaissance man, I guess you can say, because I'm into all the arts. I draw, I paint, I write music. I'm an author. I write poetry as well, and I'm into a lot of the mysticism and working with copper and gemstones and things like that. Let me see what's going on in the chat room. No, I'm not a Bible thumper at all. I got a tail? No, yeah, I got a long hair. I got long hair, so I had to put it back because I'm sweating. Yeah, but I got long hair for sure. You know what? I was one of those people that stopped cutting it when COVID came. I'm definitely not a Bible thumper, bro. Definitely not. But I discuss all religions and spirituality and things like that on one of my other channels. But this channel is dedicated to martial arts and combat sports. And to me, combat sports and martial arts, everybody, it's a different thing. And it's scorching hot here right now. Let me tell you, it's early in the morning and it's already like 90 something degrees. But I was just out jogging, so now I'm walking back. Everybody has a different reason why they get into fighting. You got to have almost something wrong with you to be into competition with fighting. You have to be able to push yourself beyond the limit of just doing weight cuts. Most people couldn't, the average person wouldn't want to put themselves through that. And I remember just cutting weight in school and wrestling when I was younger. Just that was miserable. My mother, when she was alive, she hated when I was in wrestling because of how miserable I was, because you're starving yourself, you're cutting weight, and you're doing the most grueling exercise of your life. It's incredible. And yo, what's up with just commenting the way I look, bro? The hell's wrong with you? I'm talking and all you can say is, oh, you got a tail, or you just like, F off then, bro. What the hell you staring at me like that for? How's that feel? Why are you trying to make me feel self-conscious? But the reason why I'm doing this video live is I'm gonna start doing more live videos, fight reviews, fight companions. But my main focus is my other channels, because I have one channel that's monetized, and I have two other channels besides this one. One channel's got like 9,000 subscribers. The other channel's got like 1.2k subscribers. So they're both building. One is dedicated to the research that I do, and a lot of those podcasts. My Space Water podcast. I have a podcast. I used to have a radio show for years, but the radio station went down now. So I have the one where I do my podcast, and I have one that's dedicated to the copper and the crystals and the gemstones. So you can find The Mystical Spiral is the copper and gemstones, and Exploring the Ka with Rock Castaldo is the other channel. And this one is the Shogun Fight Team USA MMA Shaman podcast. So we're going to be doing, I already have some incredible interviews up there, guys, with legends. Some of the people that I've met over the years and have contact with. Also, my buddy Ogden Topik, who is a world champion Muay Thai fighter. I've interviewed him before. He'll be back on my show with hopefully this week. I know we were supposed to do it a couple of times, but both of us had to cancel it a few times. Um, but I've already done some interviews with some legends here on this channel. You guys can check out interviews with Gabriel Gonzaga, Ensign Inoue, uh, Luis Azeredo, who fought in Pride, fought with Shoot the Box. He fought in Bellator. He's fought Takanori Gomi in Pride in front of thousands and thousands of people. Jadson Costa. I've interviewed a lot of people from the Shoot the Box, like Cyborg Santos, Ninja Hua. You guys can check that out. What's interesting too about the Gabriel Gonzaga interview that I did is he said some things that, and you know, a lot of people haven't seen this interview, so it's pretty exclusive. Gabriel Gonzaga talks about in their interview that when he fought for BKFC, that they completely lied to him in BKFC. Now, if people don't remember what happened with him in BKFC, let me give you guys a brief little summary. That I think he fought only one time, as far as I can remember, for the BKFC, and he fought Bigfoot Silva. Sorry, they're cutting the lawn over here where I live at. I'm trying to walk away for a second. I just got back home over here. Let me walk away for a second. But he fought he fought Bigfoot Silva. Now, I don't remember exactly where the event was, but I'm pretty sure that Bigfoot was either the hometown favorite, but he was definitely the favorite for BKFC. The owner for BKFC wanted Bigfoot to win. It was obvious. I think he might have been the hometown favorite right there that night. And I think at this time too, it was pretty obvious that Bigfoot probably should have retired by now. And you know, Gabriel Gonzaga has always been one of my all-time favorites because he wasn't like a world-class striker in any way. He comes from a jiu-jitsu background, a grappling background, but he's a terrifying heavyweight grappler. Really big, strong guy, you know. And even when he spent a little time training with the Shoot the Box camp as well. This is where I had the connection. But now he owns his own gym and trains in Massachusetts. He's been living there a long time in Massachusetts. Used to be Team Link. I don't know if it's still called that, but he's got his own gym now. He puts awesome videos up as well, instructional videos. So check out Gabriel Gonzaga there. Shout out to Gabriel Gonzaga. Thank you always for doing interviews and talking to me throughout the years, bro. Always been an inspiration to me. But Gabriel Gonzaga was one of my favorite boogeymen because he was a grappler, but he liked banging. You know, he liked standing and striking. And yeah, some of his fights might have been sleepers for a little while until he KO'd the dude. But oh man, he was one of my favorite heavyweights to watch, and the Crow Cop knockout probably is one of the all-time best KOs just because of the way it was done. It wasn't an upset that he beat Crow Cop in MMA. It was an upset that he knocked him out with a head kick that way. That was what the upset was, and everybody that knows kickboxing and MMA knows why, right? Right kick hospital, left kick cemetery, and boom, he gets the friggin' head kick from Gonzaga. Intense, and his leg just like folds underneath him as he goes down, just completely KO'd before he even, you know, the moment it bounced off his dome, he was already out. Before he even started to slump, he was done. Really incredible. And then Gonzaga comes at the camera like a boogeyman, right? Screaming. Oh, dude. Insane. One of my all-time favorite moments in MMA. The kick heard round the world by Gabriel Gonzaga. So you guys can check out the interview I did with Gabriel Gonzaga, and you can hear what he talks about with the BKFC in that video, which is exclusive. It should get a lot of views. I should make a clip and break it down, because he talks about how the BKFC straight up lied to him and then stopped returning his phone calls because they booked him to fight Bigfoot Silva, and then they tell him on the DL by a handshake. And I believe he's telling me the truth. I don't think he's lying to me. He tells me that the owner, the people from the BKFC, the owner from the BKFC came up to him and said, listen, thank you for taking the fight with this heavyweight fight with Bigfoot Silva. It's his first bare knuckle fight, I'm pretty sure. And they say, if you beat him, we'll give you a heavyweight title shot. This is what they tell Gabriel Gonzaga. I don't know if they put it in writing. I don't think so, because obviously I think he would have pursued it further if they put it in writing. But they tell Gabriel Gonzaga, and I don't think he's lying to me when he says this. He says it in the interview that BKFC straight up tells him, like, hey, you do well. Like, if you knock, like, if not, if you just beat him, like, if you beat him and impress us or whatever, then I mean, wait, I don't even know if it was that. He said, the way he said it was, they came up to him and said, hey, if you beat him, if you win, we'll give you a heavyweight title shot. Right? So not only does he go and fight Bigfoot Silva and wins, but he knocks out Bigfoot Silva. And then I didn't notice it at the time, but after Gonzaga explained to me what happened, I went and rewatched the fight. And he said, look how pissed off the owner of BKFC is in the background when he has to, like when the winner was announced and all of this was going on. And I rewatched it, and you could see the owner from the BKFC was pissed, standing there. He definitely had something invested in Bigfoot Silva winning that fight. And so obviously he tells Gonzaga that if Gonzaga wins, that he's going to get a title shot. So Gonzaga knocks out his boy Bigfoot, and then after the fight, they give Gonzaga the cold shoulder, never contact him again. And he tried, I guess, a few times to contact BKFC, but they don't return his phone call. So not only did they lie to him about giving him a title shot, they never talked to him again. And I'm not sure if he got paid the right way, but what he said in the interview too, he goes, he says, they portray on social media that everything's all nice and pretty, but behind the scenes it's not so pretty. And he said that in the podcast that I did with him. I even made a short clip of him saying that. He said, the locker room, everything else behind the scenes ain't so pretty, but they portray on social media that it's all nice and pretty there. So I think they do pay a couple of guys some big money sometimes, but everybody else gets paid shit. So that's kind of the way I think it goes with the BKFC. I don't think they can afford to pay a roster like the UFC does. But who knows? And I can see that guy being shiesty like that. He comes across that way. That he would be shiesty like that. And poor Gonzaga knocks out the dude and then gets the cold shoulder. He was supposed to get a title shot at the BKFC. I would have liked to see him continue fighting at the BKFC. That would have been cool. That would have been really, really cool. I really would have liked that. But unfortunately, BKFC ruined that. So shout out to Murilo, Ninja Hua, and the Shogun Hua fight team for honoring me to be one of your representatives here in the United States. And like I said, any promotions out there, promoters, matchmakers, or even any gyms that would like to be affiliated with the Shogun team, you can contact me, and I can be your bridge to Murilo's and Shogun's management. And I can also help bring the fighters to the promotions. This is what I'm here for. So contact me at moontribe712@hotmail.com if you'd like to have one of the Shogun fight team fighters at your promotions. And like I said, Murilo Ninja Hua said he will attend the event as well to be a cool little VIP for your event. I think that's really cool for those regional events. So check it out, everybody. And hey!